Welcome to the Scratch interface. Once you have downloaded and installed the Scratch program on your computer, when you open the program, this is what you will see. This is your main Scratch interface where you will begin creating your interactive games and interactive stories. On the far left-hand side, you will see your blocks palette. There are various different types of blocks that can be created or put together in order to make your sprite or your character move. You have motion blocks, looks, sound, pin, control, sensing, operators, and variables. As you click on these various areas to select your blocks, you simply click, hold, and drag your blocks over to make things happen to your character or your sprite. In the center section is where you actually begin building your blocks and your stacks in order to give commands to your character. On the far right hand side, in the upper right hand corner, you see your stage. This is where you can test to make sure that your sprite is performing the way you want it to. The green flag will allow you to start the interactive game or story. The red stop sign will allow you to stop. As you are going through and building your blocks or your scripts, I encourage you to stop frequently to test to make sure your sprite is working correctly. You'll notice here as I move my arrow, the X and Y coordinates change. The X and Y coordinates actually go along with your arrow, allowing you to determine exactly where your characters may fit on the screen. In the bottom right-hand corner is where you select your sprite or your stage to make changes. This button here will allow you to create your own sprite using a paint style program. This one will allow you to choose from sprites that are already built within the program. And this button here allows you to have the program itself select a sprite for you to use in your game. The stage here, when you click on it, is what is going to allow you to make changes to the stage up here. If you click on the Backgrounds tab and Edit, you will then be able to make changes to your background as needed. When you select your sprite, you can make changes to its costume area, to the sounds associated with the sprite, or here under the Scripts tab is where you begin building the instructions for what you want your sprite to do. For example, if I click on the Control button and pull out my Start flag, I am telling the sprite that I want it to do something at the beginning. I'm going to say that forever I want my sprite to do the same action. When I click on the Motion tab, I am going to have it spin or turn a certain number of degrees, and I'm going to say I forever want it to turn 180 degrees. These three blocks that I've moved into the scripts area form a stack. Let's see what this stack makes my character do. I'm going to click on the green flag, and it just makes him entirely go in circles. I'm going to stop it. That's what I wanted my sprite to do for my example. However, as you create your game, you're going to have various blocks that you use to create instructions for your sprite. I encourage you to play and test out the blocks to see what the various things enable your sprite to do. Test out the various sprite characters that are out there, and have fun using Scratch to create your own interactive game and interactive stories.